City, Kansas is located in the eastern part of the state. It was here underneath these skies of Kansas that a young man grew up under. His name was Lowell Lee Andrews. Lowell was born on September 21, 1940. He was raised in this farmhouse just outside of Kansas City. We see Lowell's older sister Jenny, his mother Opal, his father William. Lowell was 15 when this picture was taken. Lowell was polite and courteous. Neighbors would say he was the nicest boy in Kansas. But his mother worried about him and said he spent too much time alone in his room reading. He had no friends and never went out. As Lowell grew older, he became more aloof. He developed a dark side. He thought about killing his entire family and inherited the family farm worth about $20,000. He then was going to move to Chicago and become a mafia hitman. Lowell got good grades in high school. He went on to college to Kansas State University in Lawrence, Kansas. He went there to learn zoology. In his second year in college, Lowell returned home for Thanksgiving. On Friday, November 28, 1958, Lowell and his family had dinner. Lowell then went to his room to read a book called The Brothers of Karamazov by Russian author Fyodor Dostoevsky. 11 p.m. Lowell shaved and put on a suit. He got his rifle and pistol from the closet. He went downstairs to the living room where his family was watching TV. Lowell turned on a light switch. Lowell shot his father 17 times. Shot his mother 4 times. And his sister 3 times. He ransacked the house to make like there was a burglary. He grabbed his guns and hopped into the family car. He drove back to Lawrence. He threw the guns in the Kansas City River, here. Then he went to his room to get his typewriter. His landlady asked what he was doing. Lowell said he was making a school project. Then Lowell went to the Granada movie house off Main Street. He saw a movie called Mardi Gras with Pat Boone. Lowell was joking around with the candy girl and the usher. After the movie, Lowell drove back to the family farm. He called police and told them someone broke into the house and killed his family. Lowell waited for the police with his dog and had a sandwich and a beer. The family priest was called. The priest suspected Lowell killed his family and told him to confess. When the police asked him why, Lowell said, "I don't know." Lowell was arrested for triple homicide. He showed the police where he got rid of the guns. Lowell pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, but the case was thrown out by the judge and Lowell was condemned to the gallows. Lowell was taken to Lansing, Kansas State Pen. He was placed on death row with the infamous Dick Hickok and Perry Smith for the murders of the Clutter family from Holcomb, Kansas. Their story was turned into a book called In Cold Blood by the legendary writer Truman Capote. On November 30th, 1962, Andrews ate his last meal. He was then given last rites and escorted to the gallows. Lowell was 22 years old. The warden asked him if he had anything to say before he died. Lowell smiled and said no. The hood was put over his head, and Andrews swung into space.